Yeah, welcome back everybody, and today we are going to take a look at the new dynamic cargo system within DCS. Alright, this latest patch of DCS brought us the CH-47 Chinook, and along for the ride came the new dynamic cargo system. Now, what that entails, it's the beginning stages of the dynamic cargo system, and by default with this patch, it is not enabled. It is something that is done within the mission editor, and like I just said, by default, it is not enabled, so it would not interfere with existing multiplayer missions that rely on scripting for the logistics system, such as CTLD. Now, this is mentioned a bit in the CH-47 manual. There is a lot more information, however, over on the official Eagle Dynamics forums at a forum post, which I have linked down below if you guys are interested in reading more on the new system. We're going to go through it right now in its current state as of the patch that brought us the CH-47 Chinook. Alright, so here we are in the mission editor, and how we have to enable this is we go to our airfields that we have marked as friendlies, and we don't have the option yet. You have to click this button here for full info, and then you get a checkbox over here on the side for dynamic cargo, so you want to enable that. And it has to be enabled at every airfield that you want this to be able to be used. Now, as of the current version of DCS at the time of this video, this dynamic cargo only works with the CH-47. It does not work with the Mod UH-60, the Mi-24 Hind, the Mi-8 Hip, or the UH-1 Huey. As mentioned, this only works currently with the CH-47. Alright, now the CH-47 is now the king of cargo within DCS. This is now the helicopter with the heaviest lift capability, taking the crown away from the Mi-8 Hip. The Chinook can carry 24,000 pounds of payload internally. Now, I mentioned payload, that always comes with a catch because the quantity of fuel in your tanks counts against your payload capacity. Now, the full capacity of the Chinook is 7,200 pounds of fuel. So if we take that away from 24,000, that leaves us with 16,800 pounds of cargo capacity. So something to keep in mind if you take full tanks of fuel. Now, if you got shorter trips, you can always take less fuel and increase your cargo payload or your cargo capacity. So, to get to our new dynamic cargo system, we have to call up the ground crew rearm menu. And we got two new buttons here on the bottom. We have this cargo button with an up arrow and a cargo button with a down arrow. This is to load cargo, and the button on the right is to offload your cargo. So if we click on the cargo button on the left, we see that we currently do not have any cargoes nearby. You have to be within 150 feet of a cargo in order to load it internally with this new system. Now, you have the capability here with this plus button to build a cargo container. Now let's look at that. So we go ahead and click the button, and we get a new pop-up window that we can carry all sorts of things that are listed at this airfield. And without adjusting anything in the mission editor, you get a lot of things here at the airfields, including Red Force weaponry and things. So let's just go ahead and build two pallets. Let's say I want to transport 2 pallets. I need to go deliver some bombs to the other airfields. So we click on bombs. Let's say that Creech Air Force Base needs 5,000 pounds worth of snake eye bombs. We come and find those. Mark 82s. Mark 82 snake eyes. So I want 5,000 pounds of those. Those are 500 pounders approximately. Let's take 10 of those. Now, it would be nice if this thing would tell you the total weight of that particular pallet, but it doesn't. So, what? Just knowledge here, a Mark 82 is typically about 500 pounds. Now, before we hit OK, up here at the top, this is the name of that particular pallet, and you can change the name to whatever you want. Right now, I'm just going to leave it as package 01. All right. And now we have a crate next to the helicopter. And now I'm going to make another crate. Let's say that Groom Lake needs some missiles. And just for even numbers here, take 5,000 pounds of AIM-120s. Those are 500 pounds a piece. So let's take 10 of those and build another package. And hit OK. Package 2. So whenever you build these crates, they're going to spawn near your helicopter so that you can load them. And as of now, they only look like basic explosives crates, despite one having bombs and the other one having missiles in it. This is what we have now. Now, one thing to keep in mind is the Chinook is reverse loaded, and you have to keep that in mind in order for your offload. So on screen, you see how the logic is. Crate 1 should be placed at the back of the aircraft, crate number 4 at the front of the aircraft, and you can carry up to 4 of these things. Just be mindful of your weights. Remember, full tanks, you can only carry 16,800 pounds. All right, the other last thing you need to do is make sure that the door is open. All right, so we go back to our rearm menu. Upload our cargo. Now, crate 2 was meant for Groom Lake, and that one needs to be loaded first because that is my last delivery. So we highlight package 2 and hit load. Creech Air Force Base is our first delivery, and they hit package 1, so that gets loaded next. And then now they are on board your aircraft. Now, if you happen to load these in the wrong sequence, you would have to offload all the pallets behind the one that you need to offload first and then put the other ones back in. So just something to be mindful of. Remember, you have to load this from front to back in reverse logic. So your last delivery needs to be at the front of the helicopter. Alright, we made it here to Creech, and we can offload our first crate shortly after we touch down. Just going to set down over here on the ramp. Alright, now we go back to that rearm menu, and now we hit the other button for offload our cargo. And package 1, and it'll show you the order that you have them loaded in, starting from front to back. So package 1 was our first delivery, so we highlight that one and hit unload. And now that crate is unloaded. Alright, now one thing to be mindful of is where you park your helicopter whenever you're unloading, because that crate will spawn wherever you are about 50 feet behind you. So you definitely don't want to leave that lying about for anybody else to run over. So just something to be aware of. Alright, well, I hope you guys found that video helpful. This dynamic cargo system looks really interesting, and I am looking forward to seeing how this develops into the future. So with that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.